Hi, everybody.
Hi. Welcome to
Dellany
KTEE.
KTEE.
We always do that.
We always do this.
Because we're not professional at all.
Yes, we are. We
No, we're
planned
not.
this before we said hi.
Yeah, but then we are so ADD, we don't even remember what
Totally.
we're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Who's here today?
Well, I'm here. I'm Dellany.
And I'm KT.
And this is Fat TV. Thanks, everybody. And as you can see, we're in another environment. We like to shake things up.
Right.
And yes, we are.
We're not in my house.
No, well, I mean, we like your house, though.
Yeah, I do have a cool house
Yeah.
to film in. But
She has a great house.
yes.
And
The dogs are kind of pissed off. But,
they're hot and cold.
I know.
But today we are back in the studio, and we are thrilled about our guest. Is it too soon to talk about our guest?
No, we can talk.
Okay.
We can just give her a little lead in, and then we're going to
Yes.
show them a nice clip about
We
her.
are so thrilled because we have a wonderful woman, and she is like just for me, the epitome of Los Angeles. No, she's gonna be like, okay, the pressure is on. But her name is Nicki Tedesco. She is a singer, a songwriter, a female bass player. How cool is that we have a female bass player?
That
right?
is awesome.
Yes, and
I think the bass is the coolest besides the drum. Forget the singers and the guitars.
okay. Wait, you mean
Yes.
besides the drum? What do you mean by that?
Well, because they both keep the beat with the band.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
But the bass player always looks cool.
Yes.
You know, but they never get a lot of the drummer like Tommy Lee doesn't wear a shirt. Everybody
totally.
looks at the drummer.
Yeah.
They never look at the bassist.
They
for some
never,
reason.
right? But
Except for Flea because he jumps around everywhere.
well, because he looks like a flea. He's like a little.
That's what I mean.
He's hopping
He jumps
around
everywhere.
Yeah. Well, with Miss Nikki, before Nikki, I don't think I even knew a female bass player personally.
Really?
And then even after Nikki, I'll have to say for me personally, I still don't know too many female bass players because she is the female bass player of Los Angeles. So I'm just so excited to have her on.
And how long have you known her?
We haven't known each other. Oh gosh, has it been? Not that she's in the studio yet, but has it been like 5 years at least?
Because
5 or
like
6
any
years?
musician,
Yeah.
is she late? No, I'm just kidding.
Actually,
No.
no, she's like the opposite of what you think a musician. No, this girl is organized. She's like all about paperwork and like organization things. Like, yeah, it's weird. Like, I mean, it's great, but it's weird. So she's always there on time.
Is that why you guys are such good friends?
Yeah, we get along great. Well, as you know, like I hang out with people who are organized.
I know.
Have you noticed
because
that?
they organize you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much. Pretty much. So, well, how's your day, by the way? How's
My
it?
day's been going well.
Really? I
Yes.
love your necklace. You're looking
Thank you.
good.
Oh, thank you.
I can't wait to tell Miss Nikki, our guest, that we actually dressed for her today.
We did. I wore something a little bit more rockier.
Yeah.
Like my little if I had camouflage, I'd wear that.
Totally. And I wore like what I thought I would wear back in when I was like in my 20s and the grunge period. I was like, yeah, I'm a rocker and I'm going to go see Hootie and the Blowfish.
But Hootie and the Blowfish is not rock? Are you kidding me?
And Edwin McCain.
We would not have been friends.
Wait, okay.
We would not have been friends.
Hootie and the Blowfish were great. And, and now Hootie is Darius and he's country, which I don't know all about that. But
That's what you look like a 90s country girl right now.
Lord help me.
With the plaid.
Okay, you know what? You know what?
I just had
With your army jacket. You want to talk about what era you're from?
I don't have an error.
Okay, back to focusing. But anyway,
Focus.
we're so excited to be here today. And what else?
What else has been going on with you this week?
Oh my gosh. I just did a film shoot earlier that I won't talk about. So, what? Well, no, it was fine. It was just different. It was different. Like,
Right.
yeah, let's just put it this way. When you do freelance producing and you're with other companies, sometimes like you can see the reality of what that company is, and everybody thinks they know a company and they're so professional, but when you're behind the scenes, you're kind of like, whoa, that's not what I thought it would be like.
Well, let me just give
That's
you.
why, to me, freelancing is better.
Every entertainment company is crazy. Nobody is ever organized.
Yeah, no, not at
Yes.
all. Like just making decisions through text messaging, like last minute, and like, oh, by the way, we need this, this, and this, and I'm like, we've had 2 weeks to prep for this, you know. So,
and
but
they want to prep the day before. The night before, 5 a.m., they call you.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah. No, it was so crazy because this morning, like I got up around 7:30 and my phone was already blasting with emails, text messages, and they were already calling me because
Really?
they must have just kept hitting redial because they needed what they needed from me, and they're like, oh, so sorry to wake you up, but it was one of those sorry, not sorry. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Say, bring me some Starbucks and then I'll like you. That's what you need to say.
I mean,
Okay, well, anyway, I think Nikki's in the building.
Nikki.
Yes.
Is she in the building? Nikki. Nikki's
But
in the
let's
building?
do this really quick. Let's show, one of the things when I first met her was I was watching her YouTube channel, and she does some great bassist videos.
Yes, she does.
So let's take a
Rockstar.
look so everybody else can get in touch with who Nikki is.
Yay.
Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Nicki Tedesco, and I just wanted to tell you what to expect here on my channel. I do bass videos. I do bass covers, how-to videos, gear reviews, tips and tricks, bassless jam tracks, lessons, everything that you need to improve your tone and empower yourself to become a better bass player. I am obsessed with the bass. I have such a passion for bass, and probably you do too, and that's why you're here. So stick around, subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video.
Wow. Okay, that was
was good.
awesome. That was so awesome. And the lady that you guys just watched and witnessed excellence from right here, Nicki Tedesco. Everybody. Yay! Good job.
Thank you.
Okay.
Dellany, have you watched any of her videos?
I have, and I'm going to ask something I already know. But
Okay.
hey, Nikki, were you self-taught? Like, or did you go to school? Like, tell us about how did you achieve this excellence of your bass playing? Because I'm telling you, that's not easy.
I love how you just veered from like she's like, have you watched any of the videos? And she's like, yes, but I want to talk about something else.
Well,
She
that's how
hasn't
Dellany
watched
is.
any of the video. It's okay.
I have watched the video.
I'm kidding.
promise I
I'm
have.
joking.
Yeah.
I'm messing with you.
Because I pay into your Patreon, so I do watch your videos. Thank you
You
very
are a
much.
patron. Thank you. Yes, plug for the Patreon page.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm self-taught. Yes.
I knew that. I just bet the audience didn't.
But let me elaborate instead of being one of those people that's like, yes. Next question.
I know. I'm like,
So I loved Black Sabbath, right? I mean, I loved a lot of bands. Yeah.
Black Sabbath. Oh my gosh.
So
cool band.
I love Geezer Butler. He's still to this day one of my favorite bass players.
Nice.
Top 5 probably. And so I would just listen to Black Sabbath songs and figure out how they went. So I developed my ear right away. Yeah.
Oh,
And
I thought you said that.
And it was like, because a lot of players, like if they're classically trained or whatever, they're not necessarily, well, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying developing your ear is like one thing, developing your hands another thing. So yeah, so I was like right off the bat, like just learning rock.
And how old were you when you started?
17.
Really?
Just 5 years ago? That's amazing.
Yeah, I know.
That is amazing, Nikki.
I know,
You've
God,
achieved
you
in
look so
5
good.
You've achieved this in 5 years.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow.
It's great.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I'm afraid to say, you saw me like be afraid to like be like 17.
But why?
Well, because at some point someone's going to do math. They're going to be like,
No, but
let's not
why
age
are you
shame.
afraid of
Let's
that?
not jump straight into age
Yeah, well,
shaming.
that's the thing about Fat TV. We don't age shame. We don't
Yeah.
fat shame.
I
we
love
don't
it.
any shame.
We don't
love
any
it.
shame.
I love
To
it so
me,
much.
and
Yeah.
I work with a lot of women in the industry that have been in it for a while. So
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I really hate hearing all the time is like, oh my God, and it's not you guys doing it, it's the media and everybody else going, oh, you should look this age.
Yeah.
You should look like 17 all the time, forever, for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Because there's no good songs for anybody under 30. You have to freaking live and be able to sing like that
Yeah.
to me and play like
You
that.
have to know what you're singing about. You have to have
Totally.
experience
Yeah.
to be legit, to
Right.
be.
But also something that I have talked to you about, like because we have a lot of discussions because we have other things going on with each other. So, but like this whole ageism thing, like we do put it upon ourselves a little bit. We need to be proud of how old we are, and you have to remember people are looking up to you. You have an audience, you have fans, you have friends, and you have people who are like, I want to be like Nikki when I grow up, right? Well, you got to be proud of who you are in the moment. And I mean, for me, I'm going to celebrate who I am in the moment because I know that I have people who are like, well, what's Dellany doing? And well, I'm celebrating me. And if I don't celebrate me, then nobody's going to celebrate. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we should all be like, because I want to stay ahead of it. I'm not gonna think that being older is bad. It's just not. And I don't want to look like I did when I was 17. God no.
I actually I saw we talked about me in my college years the other day.
Yeah. You look the same.
And no, but what's funny is
She looks the
when you
same.
look at yourself back then, like what we were talking about last time is I was looking at myself going, I hated myself. I thought I was too fat.
Yeah.
I thought my hair was too curly, all kinds of stuff that I didn't
Yeah.
like about myself, but I wish I looked like that again sometimes. You
Well,
know?
the confidence and life experience wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, so
exactly.
it's like
Yeah.
you may have had the younger skin, the more elastic skin.
Right.
But you didn't have like.
Well, I
what
always
was
thought I was
underneath it.
fat then, and I really wasn't because people were telling me that's what I
Yeah.
was.
Yes.
But I really actually wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm much bigger now.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, no, I am too, but for me, and I this is so true, like I'm just happier and more comfortable in the skin I am now than I was when I was like what I now think is thin. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It just, confidence, life experience, knowing all that stuff is BS and we live in a fat phobic culture. Like I just seeing through that stuff changes everything for you, no matter what size you are.
Correct.
So, but let's stay on this because there has been a lot of pressure, right? Like in your industry.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. And I love what you said. That was so beautiful what you said, is that like we have to be the, example for others so that we don't continue the shaming, as we grow older and then younger girls come up and they're like, they hit 30 and then they're like, oh my God, it's over.
Right.
So, but there's still that fear is that like, I mean, I know I should embrace it, but it's like there's still that fear of like, okay, but if I really let the cat out of the bag, like that's it. Like I like it's like making that step over the line, and then. But I think that's one of the things that you've got to do, because then you now have like a different audience. I think that like I don't know if it would be my true audience, but like the audience that would be attracted to who I really am, if I really came out and was like, this is who I am, then I would have like a real an audience of integrity. Whereas right now I'm still trying to be like, I'm still, I'm
Right. Yeah.
I'm doing bass covers, I'm doing rock.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's just it is pressure from a lot of other people too, because they're like, things that you hear. I don't want to put any numbers, but things that you hear like, oh, that person's too old to be wearing a miniskirt or to be like, dancing around with devil horns like at the gig, and it's like, well, I am, and it feels good. I like it,
We wouldn't have like I love who is it? Sharon Osbourne. When I met her, like she's what 60 or something like that, and like she still rocks out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
She's still, even though she's like on The View or The Talk or one of those.
nobody's
like, and
falling
she
for
has a
anything.
totally different personality. But when she's at like rock shows, she's like at a rock show.
I know, but she's
And-
Ozzy's wife. Like she gets a pass
But
no matter
I don't
what.
care. I know Rita, Dimebag Darrell's girlfriend, and she's like, 50, 60, somewhere around there. And she's freaking, like, who she is. She's cool. And I think that, like, and I have a really good friend that you would never know her age, but she's been in it since, like, the 50s. And she's like, she does not care.
Yeah.
She gets out, she's like, whatever, because to me, anybody in the real rock world, they're either there for, like, a time, and then they're gone, so who cares? Or they're there for life.
Right.
And I love lifers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love people who
Yeah.
like Metallica now,
Yeah.
and I liked it then. You know what I mean?
And
like,
and I think
stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think that like these are the type of women who are setting the standards for everybody
Yeah.
else. Because if you're not, I said this to you, if you're not going to do it, somebody else is going to do it.
Yeah.
So you might as well be the one doing it. Celebrate who you are.
She was trying to. I don't want to give away too much because maybe we'll still do it. But she was trying to get me to do a YouTube channel that's focused on being a rocker that is of a different age bracket.
Yeah.
But I guess I know it's a self-imposed limit that I'm putting on myself, because there is fear. I mean, a lot of I'll read ads for musicians. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds good. It's like, must be between 18 and 24. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not.
18 plus 24.
And then let me just go one more about the ageism thing. You are damn happy if you made it out of your era of the craziness because I know everybody who just went into music or rock, EDM, because I love EDM too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I made it. I'm proud.
You mean still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know, me too.
You know what I mean?
I have no idea how I'm alive.
Because not
I'm
only
serious.
is it like touring and craziness like that, like Avicii, died young because he was touring too much. He wasn't mentally stable, and his management was feeding him alcohol constantly, which happens in the business.
Whoa.
But he was only what, and he wasn't even 30 yet, right, when he passed away.
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of people in the business, and I'm like, man, if you make it past 35, you're good.
Yeah.
You should be like, yes. I'm here.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, I noticed
We could have a channel like I survived my childhood.
Yes,
And I'm here to
exactly.
show you how to be an adult. Now, if you've survived as well, right?
You should be proud of that,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes. Especially like back in the day when we didn't even wear seatbelts, right? Like think about like where I come from, we didn't wear seatbelts when we were kids.
Real? I know.
Yeah,
I'm
think
in the
about
back
the
of
seat.
I fell out of the back of a pickup truck in college, like straight back.
Right. See, and we survived it.
I'm like, how am I here?
I want to see that. Like the truck takes off and you're just like,
No,
and you're
seriously, I was trying to get into it, and my friend's sister
I'm
hit
sure
the
they were
gas.
friends.
I went straight back on my head. Was in the
Wow.
emergency room, concussion only.
Wow.
Yeah. But speaking of which,
concussion only.
Speaking of
concussion
concussions,
only. And
speaking of
speaking of
concussions,
living,
yeah.
and wanting to live, let's go in really quick because we're gonna bring in your music video that you guys did
That was
together.
a beautiful segue.
Yes.
Yeah, speaking
I
of
loved
concussion,
it.
yeah, no, right.
Speaking of dying.
Yeah, so Nikki,
Well, not wanting to die. That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Well,
Hey.
you know, we segue very well here.
We
Right.
did until I ruined
so
it.
Nikki,
but that's
tell
okay.
us the name of the music video we're about to share.
It's called Suicide Note, but you know that because you produced and directed it.
Yes.
Correct,
which
and
is
that's why we
awesome.
definitely wanted to show
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
everybody, check out this music video.
Tell me about your issues. Tell me about your issues.
What the what?
Hi, everybody in YouTube land. I'm Nikki from Frantic Ginger.
And I'm Dellany, the director and producer of the music video you just watched.
And this is Elphaba, the superstar of the video. We had a blast making the video. Thank you so much for watching it.
But since this is a serious subject matter, we do want to let you know that we do not advocate suicide at all.
It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
So if no one's told you today that they love you,
We love you! And if you're ever feeling really down or really bad, just reach out, because there's people who care.
Like us.
So stay in touch with us by subscribing and write us a note.
But not a suicide note. No.
So what was the name of that music video again?
Suicide note.
You're so serious.
That was serious!
And yet it was like dark and comedy a little. There's some comedy in there.
there's some serious comedy
Some
going
little-
on.
I
We had
have
to
to
squeeze it
say,
in.
Yeah, definitely.
Elphaba was excellent.
Yes.
Elphaba.
How is
Her
Elphaba
performance
getting
was
everything we do?
fantastic.
Because we needed a Toto. We needed a
Elphaba's
Toto.
even in one of my most watched videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a
Are you
Slipknot
teaching
cover.
her how to do Slipknot?
No, she
Oh my
was-
God! Did you put a mask on her? Did you put a mask on her?
No, but she was standing there looking in the mirror, and then she like looks over. I'm like, that prima donna diva doggy.
But she got you more views. Nikki's like,
Dogs always do it. You want to get more views?
Nikki's
Dogs
like,
are
can I
fast.
borrow your dog? I need more views. Yes, you can borrow my dog.
No, she was just running around the studio.
That was
when we were
fun.
doing it. That's
I do
why.
remember that.
Yeah.
So back to Suicide Note. Okay.
Okay.
So Nikki did a great job. She actually by the way, we were friends first before we were anything.
Correct.
So yeah.
For 7 years, by the way.
Oh,
I'm
well,
just saying.
It was for 7 years. 2012. She is right. She's totally right.
Wow.
So
I know, it's
she wanted to do another music video, and she knew that I was in producing and directing, and I was so new to it myself, actually. Right?
Were you? I didn't know. The way she talked about it, I was like, oh, she's a pro. She's been doing it years.
She does
Turns
sound like
out,
a pro, though.
It was.
Yeah. She does sound like
She
a pro.
is.
Yeah.
I mean,
a
fake it
pro.
till you make it. That's how it is.
exactly.
Right? So
love
no,
it.
I had done producing. I had won awards. You were correct
Okay,
about
see,
that.
I thought so. Yeah.
But it's not like I've been doing it for 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, Nikki, I just want to say though, shout out to you, girl, because Nikki, you don't understand what you did. I mean, you're a producer. You made that happen. Like we told you what it takes, but you were like, you made a list, and you're like, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do
right,
next?
because
What
I
do
went to
need
the documents.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
paperwork.
She had to do.
Google Drive and Dropbox.
paperwork.
She did all the paperwork, but all the stuff that she had to do to make this music video. How many people
Okay,
were in
yeah.
it? Like at least 25?
But wait, I do want to say something really quick.
Yeah, like
the
40.
more organized musicians are the more successful ones, unless you have a really, really organized manager.
Yeah.
Which
Are
is
you
hard
that?
to
That you
find.
can afford to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah, which I'm too damn cheap to do.
But as I always say, 1,000 true fans, you can make a living as a musician.
She
1,000 what?
True
True
fans.
fans. Nikki's like, I got.
I don't know. I know I've got two.
I do
Okay.
want to say, I do want to bring this up because I know, we go through and we yak all the time and we run out of time
Not
all
really.
the time.
Okay.
But you got to play with one of my favorite producers.
know.
And who was that?
BT.
Correct.
I know. I
BT?
love him.
Mr. BT, Mr. BT, Mr.
Mr.
BT.
BT.
So you played during which album?
Movement and Still Life.
Okay, so I love, my favorite song of his is Blue Skies that he did with Tori Amos.
Oh, that's the one I sang live.
That, you sang that with him?
Yeah.
Go, girl.
Yeah, that's right.
That is my favorite. I have it on vinyl. So
Wow,
tell
so
me, because that
cool.
was back in the day, because we don't really do this anymore in the EDM world, because guys, I'm in it. I own a label with my best friend Jess. We're in it. And actually we know BT.
Jess is awesome.
And we know BT because we've worked with him on a
Yeah.
couple of songs. But what he used to do, when he used to have bands, now he doesn't really do that. You can't
Yeah.
really, it's basically a laptop and that's it.
He
you
called
know?
it the Laptop Symphony.
Yes, correct.
The year after we toured, and I was like, I guess that means we're not going on the tour.
I know,
okay.
like, well, yeah, I know. I was
I
bad
was
because like
bummed.
him and Oakenfold, all at the same, they were
Yeah.
starting this whole band
Yeah.
movement, and you were playing. So, like, tell me about that experience.
It was so freaking cool, first of all.
Yes.
I love you, BT. It was just great. It was like, it changed my life because it was like I was working like a normal job, and then it was like I got this opportunity, and it was really the synergy of the whole thing. Like I had bought his record because he came out with the song that we were just singing, and he came out with that song. It was on like K-Rock, I think.
Right.
And I heard it, and so I like immediately went out and bought the CD, like so we know when this was. And I was just in love with it. I loved it. And like 2 days later, I got the phone call, like, do you want to audition for BT? And I was like, no way, yes, I want to. So I think what was helpful is because I'm a girl and I sing and play bass, so I could do the background vocals and play the bass. So
Correct.
it's so, it's like I could do 2 jobs and then also sing Blue Skies and anyway. So but I had this like moment. So this is important for your viewers. If you have this moment of like, should I follow my dream? I finally got this opportunity, or keep my really good, high-paying job that, like I went to school to learn how to do this thing, Like my whole family wants me to do this, and it's like, you're crazy, you want to do this other thing. So then do the other thing. Do the other thing, right?
thing.
Like, that's your job. That's your dream,
Right.
of a lifetime. You can make your dream your job. Anyway, so I went on that tour. It was fantastic. It was really short, even though it felt like it was just life-changing. It was great.
When was it? When was this? Was this
2000.
2000? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, but you guys, so that's someone you both know personally. And okay. What a
He's
small
still
world.
he's
still
still
out
doing
there.
stuff. He's
Yeah.
about to drop a new album, and then
Correct.
he's going to be going on tour. So
Very
can't
cool.
wait to see that.
Aww.
Yeah.
So who else have you
He's
played
great.
with besides your own bands?
So probably no one big enough to mention. Not big enough to mention. That sounds so mean. It's just like probably no one will know who they are, because I wasted a lot of years, just saying, with bands that were like, like my friends, or like I would have friends that needed a bass player, and I would just kind of like take gigs. I think, and this is also I think really important, is it is your passion, but it is a business. So like you should be like always striving to play with bands that are bigger than where you're at, or better, other players that are better than you at the moment, right?
So
that you can always strive to get bigger and better. And so I always was like, well, my friends in the band and they need a bass player. Let me just, it's a cover band. That's okay. I can waste 5 years in a cover band. No, you can't. You can't. So I'm just saying, unless like that's your thing and you're like doing like the casino circuit and like that's what you want. But what I wanted was always original music, original songs, like performing, doing tours and stuff like that. So I think, but BT was a huge highlight. I absolutely adored him and adore him. And I also played with like Tim Alexander from Primus in a side project, Into the Presence.
What on this big brown beaver?
He had a side project with Luis Maldonado, who's a great guitar player, and Anna Lynn Shanton, I'm probably saying it wrong, sorry Anna. She plays cello, so that was a great lineup.
Nice.
I loved that.
That is nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. And she's the sister of Paz, who is in the Pixies right now, so
I love the Pixies.
Very cool.
I know.
They
I love
came
the Pixies
here
too.
recently they toured with Weezer.
Yeah.
Recently.
Fantastic
She's
lineup.
Fantastical
That was
lineup.
actually a
Fantastical
really good
lineup.
show.
I bet.
I've never seen Weezer live because I wasn't really into them.
Yeah.
And my friend took me to that concert, and I was like, well, the Pixies were great, of course.
Yeah.
And then Weezer they really put on a show.
Their songs are
And
so
see,
fun.
and this is what I'm saying is like these are people nobody like knows now. They're not on the radio all the time, but these are people that put on a show and they keep that audience with them for the rest of their life.
Right. Yeah,
You know
that's
what
true.
I mean?
Well, because of Nikki, I know who Slipknot is, right?
Yeah.
And I also know is it Sick Puppy? Wait, what is it? Sick Puppy?
Skinny Puppy?
Skinny Puppy. Skinny Puppy.
I think there is a band called Sick Puppies.
Puppies.
And
Yeah.
there's-
There's Skinny Puppy
But no,
too.
Skinny Puppy.
Yeah. Like Nikki's taught me some of these people.
Yes, but at the same time, I feel like I'm one of those people that's like I'm so in love with a particular like time frame of music, like that. Because when I was developing, I guess there's a whole thing around it. But like those are all my favorite bands, and I really love them. But I gotta start listening to some new stuff, you guys.
Like
'Cause I don't want to be
musical
that
theater.
person
Let's
that's
go.
like,
There's
oh,
not
yeah,
a lot of good new
classic
stuff.
rock.
There's like
Believe me,
musical
it's
theater.
not.
There's really
There's
good
not.
musical theater.
Okay,
musical
besides
theater.
musical theater.
There's a great new musical called Six that just came out, and I think you would like it. So.
But I
can't
want to hear
wait.
about your music. We have a little bit of time
She
left.
said, "I can't wait." We have a little bit
We
of
have a
time.
little bit of
Let's
time,
hear about
so
your
I want to
music.
hear about yours.
Where can we buy your music?
Online.
Spotify, iTunes.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Spotify. I mean, everywhere online. Just Google it. But I mean, on iTunes, and I put them out through CDBABY. So I put out my own records so that I'm the record label.
Independent.
Yes.
It's like, it's not even an independent label. Like, it's an independent.
So when you tell us,
I am the label.
You probably make more money than a lot of people out there right now because you control it all.
When I sell a record for $10, I get $8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
I mean,
go.
instead of
Not
like
a
5
dollar.
cents. Yeah. Or whatever it is that you get.
Awful.
$1 that you then have to 10% of this person, 10% of that
it's like-
person.
So when you tell people to Google you, are you saying Google Nicki Tedesco or Frantic Ginger? Like, how are we gonna?
I know it's complicated.
Well, but
But
well,
you're
okay,
solo
my first-
and you have a band project.
Yeah,
correct?
my first album was put out Nicki Tedesco. And I had a songwriting partner, Alex Guadagnoli, who's awesome. So it's got a different vibe, right? It's got like it's just a different vibe. And then I finally came into like the songs I was writing, by myself. They have a particular vibe. What is up with that? Okay, we'll find out later. But anyway, so Frantic Ginger is like
keep it together.
that's the
Frantic Ginger. No,
Okay.
she's
All right,
Frantic
all right,
Ginger.
all right.
Okay,
So
Frantic
really
Ginger.
quick,
She's
'cause we have
Frantic
to wrap it
Ginger.
up here.
Frantic Ginger is the band.
Website and Facebook right there.
FranticGinger.com. Yes, FranticGinger.com, Nicki Tedesco.
Nicki Tedesco.
All that
You guys
stuff.
can also
And the
find
YouTube
us.
channel.
Wait, I have a new album coming out under Frantic Ginger. It's the band. I'm staying with the band
Yes.
situation. I don't want to be like a solo artist. So that's coming out.
Yes.
And
Also-
it'll be on iTunes and all that stuff.
But also, just as importantly, like we said earlier, I really am a patron for her Patreon. So
Yes,
you have
she
Nicki
really
Tedesco
is.
Patreon
yeah,
page.
it's like
Yeah.
patreon.com/Nicki Tedesco.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
support your artist.
Support.
It's
And what?
NICKI.
And make sure to follow us. We're at Fat TV World on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yes.
And fattvworld.com. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you, Nikki.
Thanks for having me.
Yay!